What's up YouTube? It's your boy Gonzo coming at you with another review. Today we're going to be reviewing the iJoy Combo RDTA II. Now I will let you know before I take it down in the up close that I did do this unboxing segment about a week ago. I wanted to see how it vapes, so I've been vaping on it for about a week so I can get you guys a good description of how it handles. I did find some cons in this RDTA and I'll let you know those at the end of the video. Alright, here we go. So, this is the boxing for the iJoy Combo RDTA. This is gunmetal. They do have several other different color options available. So, as you can see, pretty simple packaging. Got your information on the back. Gives you your product features. Now, I will say off the bat, you can hear that rattling around in there. And you can see, you might be able to see. There we go. So the screwdrivers that they have available in there were not in there very secure. They're kind of rattling around in there. Alright, so as you can see, I have not unwrapped this at all. And I wanted you guys to get a first-hand look for fresh unwrapping. Alright, so let's go ahead and unwrap this and let's see what she has inside. Alright, here she is unwrapped, and let's pull it out and see what we got here. So, I watched a couple of other videos, reviews on the Combo RDTA, and I noticed that on some of them they have different packaging. I guess that would be just because maybe they got a sample or maybe a test version, sample version of it, but some of the videos I saw, they had instead of this Ultim drip tip, instead it had Delrin chuff cap, but this one does come with very nice Ultim drip tip, 810 Ultim drip tip, and oh, look at that, you can see it's got little scratches on here. Is that a scratch or is that just, what is that? Let's see here. Oh, just some dust. Maybe some packaging dust. Don't know what that was. Anyway. Alright, so let's set this aside for a second and see what else we got here in the box. You do get a little baggie of goodies in here. Let's see, you've got an adapter. You can see right here if you want to run single coil mode. Got a couple of fused Claptons in there, as well as some spare O-rings that are a different color that come on the RDTA itself. You do have a replacement pin, as well as an adapter if you want to use a 510 drip tip on there, as well as some cotton. Do get a replacement glass right here, just in case you break yours. And here is the stock that comes with it, already pre-coiled, and you can see this has 3 coils in there, already pre-wicked, ready for you to go. Very nice. And as mentioned earlier, not so great in there, but you do get a Phillips head screwdriver as well as a flathead screwdriver. Now this is a very nice design, very smooth. Top cap turns very nicely on there. You do get your options if you want to. So you've got what it does on one side, it does on the other side. You can close it all the way off on both sides. Pop the top cap off right here. You can see your build deck right in there. Take the whole assembly right here, and you have the build deck. Now the build deck that comes with this Combo RDTA is the IMC10 Clamp Snag System Build Deck. So you just unscrew these right here. Get your posts unscrewed there, put your build on in there, and screw it right back down. Now it does give you a pretty good amount of room to get a pretty good sized build in there, depending on what you're wanting to put in there. You have your fill port right here, and the box says that this holds 6.5 mils of juice. However, I will make a note. Mike Vapes on YouTube says he did a measure on this, and it actually only holds about 6 mils of juice. So that might be a con, mislabeling on the package, but whatever the case may be, 6 mils is still a pretty good amount of juice, so don't think you'll be having to rejuice that often. So let's go ahead and take this thing apart and see how this deck looks when it's fully disassembled. So you're going to go ahead and take this pin out right here in order to get this deck disassembled. You have to take out your pin. So once we've got that disassembled, there we go, take that pin out right there. Now we can go ahead and unscrew this top portion right here. That comes out. Now it does say that the build deck is gold plated. This top section right here not being gold plated, but the build deck itself does say that it's gold plated. Alright, so if you want to put the pre-made coil that comes with the RDTA, you screw that on there like so. Alright, get your cotton in there, and take this assembly right here, slide it down in there, and go ahead and screw that in right into place like so. Alright, and that is in there for you. Now, I want y'all to check this out because I'm a little confused on how this airflow works for this system right here. So I'm going to put this top cap on here, and I want y'all to check something out here. Alright, now you can see we got that gap in there, okay? And you've got 3 airflows on each side of the coil right here. So I'm guessing air comes in through here and just kind of swirls around and makes its way into there. Yeah, but it's not a direct hit. You're not hitting directly on the coils. Even if you were to line it up as best as possible, you still only got 2 sides of airflow right here versus 3 sides of where your pre-made coils are. So I'm just guessing air just kind of swirls around in there and makes its way to the coils by magic. I'm sure that's the only explanation I can think of. And you can see that the cotton is just resting nice and high over here. Alright, so there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and not use this pre-made build deck, and I'm going to use this other one instead, like here, and this one right back on here, like so. Alright, so it's an hour later, and I finally got this thing coiled up and wicked. Now, you notice I've got this spacer right here, this adapter, so I can do single coil mode. Yeah, well, I ain't gonna lie, trying to put 2 coils on this thing proved to be a real bitch. And I got tired of screwing with it. I could not get the coils to burn properly on both sides. I was just running into a lot of problems. So, not to say that anybody else would have that problem. I probably just don't know what the hell I'm doing, truth be told. So anyway, and then even putting this this adapter on here proved to be pretty difficult. So I figured out you can't. It's supposed to be where you just set it right down in there. It's supposed to fill in the holes where it goes down to the tank, but it just wasn't fitting in there right. So I actually had to take this this top piece off. Actually unscrewed it and then screwed it back down over it. Seemed to work a little better that way, and even still it's not a perfectly snug fit. So just throwing that out there for you guys. Alright, so here we go. We've got it all assembled. I'm going to go ahead and juice it up, and we'll see how it vapes. So we'll take it back up top. Alright, now that we've taken a closer look, let's go ahead and see how it vapes. I've got this sitting on my Voopoo drag. I've got it at 98 watts. The coil's reading in at 29 ohms. And I've got the airflow about halfway off. Alright, so let's go over some cons. First con I'm going to say is going to be the top cap. Quality of the material used, it just doesn't feel very good. It feels like it's pretty lightweight, and it feels like it would actually bend or scratch pretty easily. Second con I'm going to say is going to be the drip tip. When I took the Ultim drip tip off and tried to put it back on, I had a really hard time putting it back on. It just would not go in there very good, and it kept popping back out. The O-ring's just a little too snug, so you're going to probably find some trouble when you try and put the Ultim drip tip back on. If you put a custom one on there, you know, and it fits, that's fine. But if you ever try and put the original Ultim drip tip that came with it, at least for this one that I have, it did not go on there very easily. So just expect that. Third con I'm going to say is going to be the build deck. Although it's a really good concept, I had a very hard time getting a dual coil build to fire properly. It just would not burn evenly no matter what I did. Finally, after over an hour of trying to get a good build in there, I was able to get it burning pretty good. But for some reason, just the way that the system is designed, at least for me, I had trouble getting it, to fire properly. But not to say you'll have that same problem. I probably just don't know what the hell I'm doing. But finally got it in there, so it's working fine. Other than that, it's actually a pretty good RDTA. I will say it has a very generous fill port. No problem getting your juice in there whatsoever. And also the wicking, it does a pretty good job. I haven't had any issues with dry hits or anything like that. So if you wick it right, it should work just fine for you. Now they do sell some other accessories that don't come in this box. One of them being so you can actually make it a RDA. So that would have been nice if they would have included that in the box with the combo, since it is called the RDTA combo. Otherwise, it's good RDTA. It gives you decent flavor. I haven't had any problems with it really so far. Gotta make sure that you get your wicking properly, or else you will have leakage if you turn it on its side, of course. But other than that, pretty good RDTA. So that's it. Let me know what you think of yours if you have one. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button, subscribe, show some love. Till then, it's your boy Gonzo. Later. Now, like I said, what kind of clamps are these? I don't even know. I shouldn't even be vaping.